And welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas now visiting with Cassandra Crowley from the Canton Ballet. Good morning.
Good morning.
And what is really amazing to me is your longevity, and your tenure there is very impressive and phenomenal. Tell us a little bit about your particular history with the Canton Ballet.
Well, thank you. I came to Canton 35 years ago, and just fell into place. Everything fell into place, and I'm still here. We had a celebration of our 50th anniversary on last Friday night. Mm-hmm. It's very exciting.
Amazing. All right. So you're a dancer. Tell us a little bit about your own background.
Well, I grew up in Tacoma, Washington, and went to Europe and danced in Europe for 5 years. I was in England, France, and Yugoslavia. Used to be, now it's not called Yugoslavia where I was. I was in Slovenia, actually. Mm-hmm. And then I became injured, and I came back to the United States, did some medical stuff, went to college, and then started directing.
Mm-hmm. And what a legacy you are leaving with the young people in our area. Tell me where the dancers come from. Is it beyond Canton and Stark County? Are you reaching into the surrounding counties as well?
We've had some from Worcester. We've had some from Dover and New Philadelphia, and even some from Akron. So yes, it's from all over, Alliance, as well as just Canton.
Mm-hmm. And the classes, what age groups are you working with?
We take them from toddler up. As soon as they can toddle, we've got a class for them.
What do they do? I would love to see that.
Well, it's called Mommy and Me. And so the mom or dad or grandmother, whatever, comes with the child, and they just learn different various commands and explore different creative things.
Something I'm very interested in to find out is what is the right time to introduce a child to toe shoes? I know back in the day they used to do that probably too soon, like kindergarten, first grade, they already had you up on the wooden blocks. I'm guessing that's you know more now, and that's probably not the healthiest way for a little foot to grow. Tell us a little bit about how do you know when a child is ready to really progress?
Well, we really don't look at them till they're 10. In some of the professional schools, they put them on at 9, but it's important that the exact physique of the child. If the physique is perfect for ballet, then it's okay to put them on at the age maybe of 10. But if they have a little more difficulty or they're not aligned correctly, then we have to wait sometimes till 13. When I was a kid, we always just said 13 was when you put them on. But we do it a little sooner now, as long as they are properly aligned.
Mm-hmm. I imagine you get to see some children who come into you as a toddler, and they just have that in their heart and soul to be a dancer, and you see them all the way through where they're just dancing free-spirited into actually learning steps. Describe that
it's
transition.
Amazing. Yeah, it's amazing how you can pick them out when they're tiny. You can see them sometimes right away. That's one of the, she has danced in her soul, or he has danced in his soul. Mm-hmm. And you can just watch them grow, and hopefully they keep loving it and go right on through. I mean, I have a lot of the kids in our company. We have 9 graduating seniors this year, and many of them started when they were 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're between... Some of them, I think the shortest one is 6, has been in the company 6 years, and some of them 15 years.
Wow. Yeah. Do you find a difference, since you yourself, you say, have been there 35 years?
Yes.
That's remarkable. Okay, so what do you find different about young people now and the commitment that it takes? They seem to be busy.
Yeah, they are having a really hard time juggling all the school activities and ballet. Ballet is pretty all-encompassing, and I let them do other activities as long as they can work it in. But it is tough. It's a challenge, especially as they become seniors, and especially for the boys when there are a lot of group sports.
Yes.
Team sports. That makes it tough, too. Some of them can work it out.
How do you fit in and work ballet into that team sport idea? I remember Lynn Swan always saying that he always took ballet lessons, and that helped him be a better football player.
Right.
Do you work with athletes?
We don't really work with athletes much. A lot of our kids, in particular, a lot of the kids like to do track and field, and they're actually very good at it. And so all the coaches always want them, and so that sometimes can work out because that's often in the spring. We've had a lot of soccer especially the boys are really good at soccer. The coaches want them for that, and I have one right now that is doing some basketball, but they can't do varsity sports very well. They can do it, but then they have to decide. And generally they decide to stick with the ballet.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Props to you.
Yeah.
That's so good. Well, you've got a very exciting, every year, one of the traditions in this area for those of us blessed to live in this community is the Nutcracker. It's coming up. Tell us all about it.
This is a particularly exciting year for Nutcracker. It's our 50th anniversary, as I said, and this year we're bringing 2 guest artists from New York City Ballet. That's the first time we've had them from New York City Ballet. One of them is one of our alumni. He grew up from the time he was a little teeny boy and is now in New York City Ballet, and he's a soloist with the company. So we're really proud and excited.
Wow.
And he's bringing a partner with him who's a principal dancer with New York City Ballet. So it's just great.
How does that make you feel that you've been involved, certainly when he was one of the children that you were instructing, and now to see where he's gone?
In fact, I had his mother.
Oh, goodness.
I had his mother, and she was really talented but didn't pursue dancing. She's now my assistant. And then now and then there are 2 little brothers coming along, too, who are very talented as well. So it's like a dynasty.
Oh, wow. We're speaking with Cassandra Crowley, director. Is that the correct title? Director of the Canton Ballet, artistic director?
Artistic and executive director. It's a kind of a long title, but that's me.
But it describes you.
Yes.
Again, we just have to get back to how fulfilling it must be, the work that you do. Can you touch on that a little bit?
It's really exciting, especially this last weekend we had a reunion of all of our past people, and it's wonderful to see them, to see where they are, what they've grown into, and so many of them, really surprising, are in the medical field. We have lots of doctors and PTs and OTs and that kind of thing, and because they're really interested in the workings of the human body, and they all have just turned out so beautifully. I'm really, really proud of them.
Oh, so good. Well, let's not forget to give dates and times and everything else as far as the Nutcracker first coming up, and then anything else that you want to make sure we get on our calendars.
Okay, well, we have 5 performances of the Nutcracker, and those are December 11th, 12th, and 13th. Some of them are matinees at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and some of them are evening performances at 7:30, and then there's one at 5. Ticket prices are between $11 and $13 for children and $21 to $25 for adults. So you can just go to our website, see what tickets are available, and go ahead and purchase them, or we're happy to help you if you'd like to call our office.
Perfect. And that website address is?
CantonBallet.com.
CantonBallet.com. Okay, what's in the future for you and for the ballet?
We are doing Cinderella this spring.
Oh, wow.
And Cinderella, of course, is a lovely fairy tale, but one of the things that makes it great is that we have the 2 ugly sisters are performed by men.
Yeah.
And so it's really funny, and they have a great time. These 2 men have done it 3 times or 4 times now, and they just have a blast.
Yeah, yeah. For parents who are saying, I think maybe I've got a child who has this aptitude, do you look for something special in a child to give them a chance? And at what point do you decide, you know what, dancing just isn't your thing? Both of those questions.
Okay, well, we take everyone in our school. We don't pick or choose at all.
No auditions to be
No auditions, no. So any age, anyone who'd like to dance, dances. And we hope that they'll continue dancing as long as they want. So we offer classes for teens, adults. We have jazz, we have tap, we have modern dance. So we have a variety of things. If one isn't to your liking or aptitude, then you can go to another one. As far as the ones who are more serious, we usually decide or look at those when they're 8 or 9. right in there, we sort of say, well, this one seems more serious than classical ballet, and they have the aptitude for it, so we direct them one way versus the others who are just having a great time dancing.
Those adults classes, let's swing back to
Okay.
those. How old do you take dancers?
Oh, we've had all ages. Yeah.
Grandmas?
Grandmas, 60, 70, as long as you want to do it, just go for it.
And what do they do in class?
They do ballet class.
They do ballet?
It's a full ballet class, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it important that they had it when they were children?
Well, we have 2 levels. We have a beginner and we have intermediate. We had an alumni who was in our original company that took ballet class into his 70s.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about the jazz and the tap and so forth? You
Yeah,
just
all that. We have
explore?
different levels for different people.
So interesting. All right, let's give this website again, cantonballet.com, Cassandra Crowley. Looking back, in just our closing minute or two, looking back over your tenure there, 35 years, talk about some highlights for you.
I actually think that seeing all of our alumni this weekend was really a highlight for me. It just was a wonderful experience. And then, of course, going to New York and seeing one of our alumni also dance on stage there. He was one of his first big roles was Romeo in Romeo and Juliet. So that was very exciting to see that.
Yeah, and their response to you when you get together, knowing that you played a big part in them getting started.
Yeah, we just have a wonderful time. It was exciting the other night. One of the alumni called from London, where he's doing some voiceovers, I think, for a TV show or something like that. He lives in L.A. and commutes back and forth to London and does all kinds of theatrical things. It's fun to see where they go.
Isn't it interesting to know that the one thing that they all hold in common, you say so many have gone into the medical field, you see some go into professional ballet, voiceover work, etc., but some type of entertainment. It all comes down to that experience they had with you, doesn't it?
It does. And they know it. They always talk about how it really formed them as kids.
Oh, it's so good to talk with you. Cassandra Crowley from the Canton Ballet. Thanks for joining us on Our Community.
Thank you. This was fun.